Good evening, everyone. This is Rabbi Karen, and you're here with our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. I want to thank you for joining me. I want to thank you for being here. And we're going to share this service with Ellen, Toby, Rudolph, Marvin, Sue, Reba, and Ziona. And probably we have a bunch of people on Restream who are going to chat with us. So we're here on Facebook, we're here on YouTube, we're on simshalom.com. Please check us out. Share this wonderful evening with us as we look forward to our Tuesday Ma'ariv service. And Albert has already checked in, so good to see Albert. Our Tuesday service, let's start. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matovu manayim shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. Hine matov shevet achim gam yachad. How good it is and how pleasant when we dwell together in unity. And now our call to praise. Baruch et Adonai hamavorach. Baruch Adonai hamvarach leolam vaed. Praise Adonai, to whom our praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom our praise is due, now and forever. Ha'ma'ariv aravim. We think of Adonai when we see the sunrise, when we see the sunset. It's the actual physical evidence of his miracle that he gave to us, separating light from dark and dark from light. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bivaro ma'ariv aravim, v'chochma potech sharim, uvitvuna mishaneh eitim, u'machalif et hazmanim, umsader et kochavim b'mishmoroteiam barakia kirsono. With wisdom you open gateways, with understanding you alter times. You vary the seasons and assign the stars to the watches in the sky. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mipnei choshek v'choshek mipnei or. Umavir yom u'mevi layla, umavdil ben yom u'ben layla, Adonai tzavaot shema. El chai v'kayam tamid yimloch aleinu li'olam ve'ed. Baruch atah Adonai, ha'ma'ariv aravim. O living and ever-enduring God, reign over us forever and ever. Blessed are you, eternal one, who brings on twilight. Everlasting love you offer your people Israel by teaching us Torah and mitzvot, laws and precepts. Therefore, Adonai, our God, when we lie down and when we rise up, we will meditate on your laws and your commandments. We will rejoice in your Torah forever. Day and night we will reflect on them, for they are our life, and doing them lengthens our days. Never remove your love from us. Praise to you, Adonai, who loves your people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amo Yisrael. And now the prayer that states our creed, who we are. In fact, if you were watching the march in Washington today, they sang many, many songs that state who we are. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one. Baruch Shem Kivod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. Blessed be the name of his glorious kingdom, forever and ever. V'ahavta, and you shall love. V'ahavta and you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your might. And all these words which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, and you shall teach them diligently to your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you rise up, and when you walk, and when you lie down. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates. that you may remember and do all my commandments, and be holy, holy unto your God. Okay, let's do a pause. Let's see who's with us. By the way, did anybody see the march in Washington today? No? I was watching it on the news. They said over 100,000 people were there.
Yeah, I saw some of it, and we had some friends who went, so they sent me pictures.
Oh, wonderful. I know there was a whole
Yeah.
delegation from South Florida here. I don't
Yeah.
know if they flew, they took a bus or a train. Albert and Lisa, welcome to our Tuesday Ma'ariv service.
There was a
Really?
group out there from Rochester.
Say that again?
I said there was a group going there from Rochester, New York.
I think all over the country.
People. I mean, I passed because it was going to be like go and come the same day, and I'm a little bit too old for that stuff.
I hear you. You were there in spirit. Well, it was very nice to see the politicians from both sides of the aisle holding hands.
Trouble is, it won't do any good.
Well, but it was nice to see them pledging to support Israel.
Well,
That's the best I could say. They were pledging to support, and they were naming Hamas by name as a terrorist organization. So that's the best I could say for right now on that. Okay, so everybody, if you can mute yourselves again, please. And let's go back. As Miriam and the women went through the parting of the Red Sea, they sang about this miracle. Mi chamocha b'alim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, no ra tehilet oseh feleh. Your children witnessed your sovereignty, the sea splitting. Oh, here we go. The sea splitting before Moses and Miriam. This is our God, they cried. Adonai will reign forever and ever. Thus it is said, Adonai redeemed Jacob from a hand stronger than his own. Praise are you, Adonai, for redeeming Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, Ga'al, Yisrael. Just looking okay. Yes, Ellen, Sameach, Rosh Chodesh. Hashivenu Adonai, Eloheinu l'shalom, v'achamidenu malkeinu l'chaim, uvrosh aleinu sukat shalom mecha. Adonai, please, we're praying to you. Please find peace in this world. Please help the hostages, those who are suffering. Please end this war quickly and as peacefully as it can be. Please release the hostages. Let suffering end. Please take hate and turn it into compassion and love. Please help us all that we need your protecting and your saving power. Gracious and compassionate are you. God, our going and our coming in life and in peace, now and for all eternity. Spread us over your shelter of peace, because we need it right now. Baruch atah Adonai, haporeh sukat shalom aleinu v'al kol amo Yisrael v'al Yerushalayim. Blessed are you, eternal one, who spread your shelter of peace over us, over all your people Israel, and over Jerusalem. Yitkada v'yitkada shemei rabba b'yamadi v'ahirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uv'yo omechon uv'chayei dekol beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv v'yimaru amen yeshmei rabba mevorach li'olam li'al maya yitbarach Yitbarak v'yishtabak v'yipar v'yivroman v'yinaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitala shmei d'kudusha b'richu le'elam mikol b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechemata damiram v'yalma v'yimaru amen. Okay, let's see if this page could stop moving. And let's go to our restream, folks. And Andy's with us. Oh, Andy, you saw the March coverage too. It was very impressive. This week's Torah portion, because we know we're still in the beginning of the Torah, is Toldot. The parsha begins with the generations of Isaac. And we don't have a lot to say about Isaac. There's a lot about Abraham. There's a lot about Jacob. And Isaac's sort of in the middle. He's sort of like our bookmark in the middle. And from him, we gather certain information and we gather some traditions, but he's not quite, doesn't have the oomph that Jacob had. With the generations of Isaac and his taking Rebekah a wife. Rebekah was barren, and Isaac prayed, and she conceived twins. After a difficult pregnancy, her first child was named Esau. The second, Jacob, was born, holding Esau's heel. Esau was a hunter. Jacob, an innocent man, dwelling in tents. Isaac loved Esau, Rebekah loved Jacob. We now have the setup for some drama. Esau returns from the field, telling Jacob to pour him some lentil stew because he was faint. Jacob says, "Sell me your birthright." And Esau said, "I'm going to die. Why do I need my birthright?" Jacob told him to swear to him that on this day, and Esau sold him his birthright. During a famine, Adonai tells Isaac to not go to Egypt, but to stay in this land, and he will bless Isaac. Esau married two women who were Hittites, and according to Rashi, they were idol worshippers. So you see the setup. You see what's going on, this setup. When Isaac was old and blind, he called for Esau to hunt game, bring him his favorite food, and he would bless Esau. Rebekah, hearing this, prepared Isaac's food and had Jacob disguised to feel and smell like Esau, said he was Esau, and received Esau's blessing. When Esau arrived, Isaac realized what had happened. Esau cried from Genesis 27:36, "He deceived me twice. He took my birthright, and now he's taken my blessing." And Isaac gave him a blessing. Esau hated Jacob, wanting to kill him. Rebekah sent Jacob to her brother Laban until Esau's rage was gone. Esau then married the daughter of Ishmael. Remember Ishmael? Okay. Hagar's son. Okay. When he saw that his father was displeased with the daughters of Canaan, so instead he married Mishpacha. We see a repetition of themes in several Torah portions. Abuse of women. Rebekah supposedly was married at age 3, according to Rashi, as Isaac was 37 when she was born, and waited 3 years until after she would be for marital relation, and then he married her. The taking of women by others while the husband claims she's my sister. Abraham did this twice to Sarah. Isaac did this to Rebekah. Isaac and Rebekah dwelled in Gerar. In Genesis 26:7, the men of the town inquired about Rebekah, and Isaac said, "She's my sister," fearful that if he said, "This is my wife," they would kill him. Abimelech witnessed Isaac jesting with Rebekah. Rashi said they were having marital relations, and he approached Isaac, who admitted he lied to save his life. Abimelech commanded no one to touch Isaac or Rebekah. Is this the same Abimelech who was tricked by Abraham into thinking Sarah was his sister, and he too was saved from sin by God? Sarah forced Abraham to choose between his two sons, sending his son's mother and his other son, Ishmael, to certain death. Rebekah chooses one of the sons over the other. Sephorno states that she loved Jacob, for she recognized the wickedness of Esau. Brother against brother is another repeated theme. In Parsha Bereshit, introducing Cain and Abel, brothers who one was favored by God, the other was not. In a rage, Cain quarrels with his brother and murders Abel. The rivalry between Esau and Jacob began in utero, causing Rebekah to inquire from God, "Why am I like this?" She is told that 2 nations are in her womb, and one kingdom will become mightier than the other, and the elder will serve the younger. We've also seen Esau twist the fact to deny his accountability, responsibility, and to verify his claim that he was a victim. Esau in Genesis 25:32 states, "I'm going to die. Why do I need my birthright?" Daniel Kimmel states, "The rabbis note the ease of carelessness to which Esau accepts the deal. Why do I need the birthright? I want the soup instead." Esau throughout Toldot is perceived as a villain, a hunter, like Cain, idol worshiper, marauder, marries Hittite women, and marries a Canaanite without divorcing the other 2. Yet he decries that Jacob deceived him twice. The first time he was willing to sell his birthright for lentil stew. Aish.com says he used the same rationale we use ourselves to engage in any unhealthy behavior. Esau cared for only what he wanted right then at that moment. But he does not take responsibility for his actions. Instead, he cries foul. How many times do we look to blame someone else for our actions or the cause? It might be easier than to be accountable, but we see this action is considered evil. Esau was deceived, but he created the selling of his birthright. Just easier to blame his brother for 2 deceptions. You can't cry foul when you are at fault. Esau did not take responsibility, and the Torah teaches us that the good person owned that responsibility. It's a quality that we all need to look into ourselves. See, do we cry foul, or do we take responsibility for the actions? As my son used to say in elementary school and junior high, "It's not my fault, it's not my fault." And finally, I got him by high school to start thinking, what might actually be his fault? And what does he need to fix? So, something to strive for in this new year. Okay, let's go back to our screen. So at this moment, let's listen to the prayers in our hearts and in our mind. Say shalom b'muma, Yaseh shalom aleinu, le'akol Yisrael, Imru, amen. And now our prayer for healing. So I will open up the chat as we get ready for our healing prayers. Let me go with, and I'm going to start the Mishabera with Robin and Joyce, Boomer, Luna, and Sammy. Robin, Lisa's daughter, Ronnie, Seal's daughter, Rabbi Allison's daughter, Hannah Bat Leola, Miriam Bat Shulamit, Carrie, daughter of Bonnie, Leslie, Mindaleya Bat Chaya, Maxine, Marcia, Marlene Bat Sylvia, Bobby, George, Stu, David, Rabbi Ovadia, Cantor Ovadia, Rabbi Fratello, Samantha, Judy and Steve, Paul, Joel, Shana Bat Shlava, Samir, Naomi. Oh, thank you, Andy. Let's see in our chat who we have. Do we have any names? Eric, L&D, and all of the cancer patients terminally ill, and all those in Israel who need healing and peace. I think the whole country needs healing and peace. Marlene, Dorothy, Jean, David, Bob, and Rabbi Shush. all who are suffering emotionally and physically and spiritually around the world. Toby, Andrea, Bob Marcy, and Team WB. All those in need of refuah shlema. All the sick in the world and all of our loving pets. Everyone around the world, all the Sim Shalomers, Rabbi Shusk, Granny Franny, Ron Ben Elby, Brooke Horvey, Susan Fitch, Joy Wagner, Ellen Friedman, Diane Fishman. Are we done? Okay. Let's go back. Mishe Beirach Avotenu Nahol Habraha Limotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mishe Beirach Imotenu Nahol Habraha Leavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. And Diona's cousins, Libby and Lila, Joanna Bat Charlene, Chava Bat Elsa, Pearl Bat Ethel, Eretz Yisrael, the hostages, Osim Shalom family, who are in need of healing, especially Toby, Ellie Friedman, and Rabbi Shush. Aleinu l'shabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula liotze bereshit, shelo asanu kikor yeharatzot, v'lo samanu kimishpachot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kehol hamanam, v'anachnu korim, u'mishtachavim u'modim, livnei melech malchei amlochim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. V'ne'eman v'haya Adonai l'melech al kol ha'oretz bayom hahu yeh Adonai echad u'shmo echad. We record the loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died in this season and years past, and those whom we have taken into our hearts with our own. The memories of all of those who are with us, our griefs and sympathies are mingled as we praise Adonai and pray for the coming of his kingdom. And let me just say, all those people who live in my community, we've had 5 or 6 deaths in a row, and I just want to remember them and keep their families in my prayers. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, b'yamad divrach yirutei v'yamlich mahutei, b'chayechon uv'yumechon, uv'chayeh d'chol beit Yisrael, b'agalav azman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach li'olam ol mei amaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yibar v'yiroman v'yinaseh, v'yitadar v'yitalei v'yitalav, shmei d'kudusha b'richu, le'elam min kol b'chata v'shirata, Tushbachata v'nechamata, Tamiram v'alma v'yimu amen. Yehesh lama rabba mishamaya, v'chayim aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimu amen. Oseh shalom v'yimumav, hu yaseh shalom. Aleinu v'yakol Yisrael v'yimu amen. And may all those who are in mourning be comforted by those who comforts all. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you so very much for being here this evening. Sim Shalom, and our schools are in full swing right now. We're trying to get the JSLI program back in. So, Toby, you're going to take care of that text message for me. And just, I'm so glad that you're here. We're here Monday through Friday, different rabbis. I never know who's going to pop in, but we're here for you, and I hope you're enjoying it. So just be well, take care as the cold weather's settling in, be safe, stay warm. It's been cool and rainy here in Florida. Tonight was a soup and chili night. So We don't get to say that too often.
Mm.
Usually we just change the temperature on the air conditioner, but here it was actually a little chilly tonight. As Sue was,
Adorable.
Sue was not
Rabbi
here.
Karen.
Thank you all. Thank you. And
Mhm.
well, and talk to you
Shavua Tov.
Shavua Tov, and have a good Rosh Chodesh.